Alright guys, back at you again. 79 Camaro T-top. Original car. Came in 350 4-speed. Alright, so I did a quick walk around. Went into long story about the floor pans, all that mess. There's a few things different today. It's going to be my part 2. Slow go on the body. Not a body man. I have messed with it before. Very slow. But when I got the car, it was still this and sun-baked. No, basically half the paint was missing, but this had paint on it. I did notice this had like little dings throughout the top of the fender, which these Camaros take a lot of brutal beating. The only flat surface on the fender. So I got that lined up. I don't know if you'll notice that I had a antenna hole. This had a power antenna. The only Camaro I've ever seen with a power antenna, which is stupid because me and my brothers owned a few, and they had the antenna in the windshield. But this one had a power antenna, had a giant hole. So whatever was left of my floor pan material, I cut the fit, welded it in, and filled it, and can't even tell she's there. Alright, so that took some time. So I'm back on this door again. It's my coat. It's dry. I just haven't been back out to sand on it. My sinuses are said enough of the sanding dust. Not wearing a respirator. I know I need to be. I'm wearing just like a, what do you call it, like cloth material over my face. It does keep the dust down, but it doesn't keep it out of my nose. Alright, so where I left off that last video was talking about this, the first video. So I put a piece of wood up in through there with a jack and put some pressure on it, just enough to start lifting up the body, not off the ground or nothing, just where I could tell that it was raising it off the shop. And I hammered that down, and I was just tweaking with both sides, and finally, like I said, I got that angle back. It was straight. So I'm happy with that. Just kind of tamped the taillight back up in there, and it looked unbelievable. It looked good. So what I was talking about was I had two little, that's just a skim coat. I had two little bitty dings right there on the corner, so I just skimmed that up there. I ain't sanded that either. Alright, so this is after all that. And keep in mind this front lid is not the best. It does have like a little whammy right there, but it does close, and it's a lot better. Now the gappage is there, but it's the same on this side. So can't get too picky with that. I will have to adjust on this, the gaps all the way even across. Maybe just a little bit larger here, so I could play with the deck lid and see if I could get this. But on the up and down, I'm rubbing that. But what I noticed is a little bolt that's holding this piece on. Oh, I guess I took the windshield out, or the back glass. Is focus. That little, they're like self-tappers or whatever from the factory. I think I can just push this forward because the self-tapper's not in the hole. I don't know if I went over that last time. There's the original hole. somebody went here with it. I don't know if that's factory. I seriously doubt it. Anyways, so yeah. I got this side door. I mean, nothing that was like dented in or caved in. We're talking about little dings and dents and raised spots. That's what's, all this is taken care of. I guess I might still be just a little bit low in here. I just feathered it out. Believe me, it's paper thin. Hardly anything there. It just the way Bondo is, I guess. I hate Bondo. I hate paintwork. Anyways, this fender had a little bit more going on. I guess some paint correction was done on it. Or that might have been my original coat. I've just been filling and sanding on this car way too damn long. And probably won't be happy with the end results either. But whatever ding this here has caused it to slightly deform a little bit. And that's what's probably pushed this down right there. But I'm not done sanding on that. That's still a lot more there than it needs to be. But you can see it's almost there. It is almost there. But, yep. I'm talking about like little bitty rock chips. Unbelievable amount of rock chips. I guess they all have gravel roads in Arizona. Nothing paved. But like little rock dings. Like I said, that is so paper thin, but it's there. Alright, so I got the nose off. The reason I took the nose off, the nose is damaged. So it was hit on this side. It's deformed this. That's not supposed to be there. It's kind of, I don't know if I can heat this thing up and kind of put some stuff in there to kind of hold it out. See if it'll take form. If not, I'll have to buy a daggum new one. And these things are not in abundance, in good shape. And new is like $800. So I'm toying with the idea of going ahead and getting my wheel and tire set up. Due to the fact that I want this thing sitting how it's going to be sitting when I get it. Because eventually I'm putting my subframe connectors in, and I like this thing to be dialed in and locked down. I'm not putting the subframe connectors in until I get all this. This is loose. Fenders are loose. Core support's loose. I have another core support because I just feel like that one might have something going on with it. I'll show you here in a second. So I'll wire wheel this thing down with a light wire wheel. I'm going to spray something on it and clean it up. Same with my hood hinges. Alright, so this is the bumper, the actual support bumper. So why I say it got hit on that side is I actually did that, and that was way worse. Had a split here, and that was way out. So I got it pretty trued up, but I'm just going to replace that bracket right there. I'll go back up here and show you what I'm talking about. But when I noticed the nose on it, everything was like offset. This was going on here, and I see a little bit of rake here. Nothing like crazy, but it's